In a dramatic turn of events, Hamas has launched a fresh attack on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, accusing him of lying to the families of hostages and blocking a real chance at peace in Gaza. Well, the group's statement came just after Netanyahu met with the families of hostages in Washington during his trip to the United States, a meeting that was meant to offer hope, but it has now exploded into a fresh controversy. Here's what's going on and why it matters the most. Netanyahu traveled to the United States and held a highly publicized meeting with the relatives of Israeli hostages that were there held in Gaza by Hamas. During his emotional meeting, Netanyahu reportedly shared details of the ongoing negotiations for the Hamas ceasefire and hostage release deal, which has been under intense discussion for weeks, by the way, with Qatar, Egypt, and the US acting as key mediators. But you know what? Within hours of that meeting, Hamas responded with anger. The group accused Netanyahu of lying to the families and even went as far as calling him an evil war criminal. Why? Because Netanyahu allegedly told the families that Hamas had rejected a comprehensive truce proposal that is there, when according to Hamas, it was actually Netanyahu who rejected the deal. Hamas say that it had already agreed to a multi-phase deal that would have included a ceasefire, humanitarian aid, a staged release of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. The group claims that Netanyahu refused to accept the terms, initially because of internal pressure from his right-wing coalition, which opposes any concession to Hamas. Wait, there's more. Hamas also alleged that Netanyahu is using the families of hostages as a political shield, while he delays or even derails the peace process behind the closed doors. They say that his real goal is to continue the war to save his political career, even if it means putting the lives at risk, including those of the hostages. Well, the backdrop here is critical. Israel is under growing pressure both internationally and at home to bring the hostages back. Over 1,000 hostages are believed to be still in Hamas months after the brutal October 7 attack by Hamas. Families of those hostages have been demanding action, and Netanyahu has faced the protest and anger from the public. Now, on the other hand, Netanyahu is also under pressure from his far-right political allies who don't want any type of deal that would allow Hamas to claim a victory or regain strength in Gaza. Well, this is a tightrope Netanyahu is walking between global calls for peace and hardliners in his own government. And now Hamas? Hamas is exploiting that political pressure, painting him as a villain who is blocking a path to peace for his political survival. This war of words also comes at a time when the humanitarian situation in Gaza is worsening, with international agencies warning of famine-like condition over there, massive displacement, and crumbling healthcare system. The world is asking what's next. Well, the mediators in Doha are still trying to revive the deal, and there is a cautious hope that something might move in the coming days. But with both sides accusing each other of lying and manipulating the facts, and with Netanyahu now directly under fire from Hamas and his own people, the path forward looks rocky. One thing is clear, that this isn't just a fight over hostage deal anymore. It's a battle over truth, over trust, and the future of peace in Gaza, and the world is watching closely.